Hey there, Aquarius. Thank you for joining me. Good morning. Hope all is well for you. Just gonna get this Capricorn cleaned up here. If you happen to have any Capricorn in your chart, please feel free to go back and watch that video. If you don't know what's in your chart, I recommend you go to Cafe Astrology for their free natal chart calculator. They will give you a free report. It's pretty in-depth. Just look them up on the Googles. If you have your birth time, you'll get something a bit more accurate as well. It can be very helpful. All right. Let's get into Aquarius here. I feel compelled to... Interesting. These are contradictory. I have to wonder, is it you versus a significant other here? We have someone in old car mode and someone else just happy-go-lucky kiddo mode. That's just what it seems like. Do we have anything else for Aquarius for their current situation? Let's see. Time for action. What could the action be in this situation? What sort of action should Aquarius take, though? What sort of action should Aquarius take? Big clump flip sideways here. Let's see what they have to say. Interesting. Definitely calling for communication here. Seems like we've got a pair of opposites in a relationship, friendship, family dynamic. You know, this is saying more relationship to me, but it seems there's a big call for conversation, and it seems to be in regard to the imbalance of energies here. It looks like we've got one in pappy or mammal mode, and we've got another one that's just like the life of the party. You know, to the person who is in pappy mode, like maybe the one that is in that child energy is just a little much and could stand to tone it down a little bit sometimes, perhaps. And you know, perhaps the other person is thinking, well, you know what, you're just an old fuddy-duddy, like, couldn't you stand to like pep it up sometimes? And I think where you'll find the peace is that both people come together to adjust a bit for the other person's well-being. I don't think it's just a matter of, well, you never want to go out anymore. I think it's really affecting search for the deeply hidden silver lining. Interesting. Is the other person having that opposite energy to you? Is it somehow a benefit? Because if it is, I would bring that up. during that conversation, but you are being asked to have that conversation with that person who has that opposite energy to yours. It seems like it's, the opposite dynamic has become a little bit of an issue, and it seems like perhaps for both people involved. Anything else for Aquarius in this situation? Guilt. Why do we have clarification on the guilt? Clarification on the guilt. I feel like that's not going to be correct. Clarification on the guilt for Aquarius and their current situation. Clarification. Adventure. So is it that you're feeling guilty, or you're being made to feel guilty by your fuddy-duddy about wanting to be in that free spirit mode? Perhaps they're just giving you a hard time about not being the outside. It looks like you're feeling a little stifled and trapped and stress. Perhaps, being that person that, likes adventures and, being in that free spirit mode. Perhaps that's a way that you deal with your stress, and this person you're dealing with doesn't necessarily understand that. Maybe they deal with their stress in a completely different way than you, and they're not comprehending that that's how you decompress. Oh, I just wanted to get an angel number for you here. Yeah, these both kind of talk. If you see here, is talking about structures and systems, and we need balance, because there's a power struggle between, both parties involved here. Please excuse my cat. She's very vocal. Hi, sweetheart. Hello. Hello, honey. Yeah, there's really a call for clear communication here. Depending on, I can't say that everything on each card would be pertaining to your situation. In fact, I don't think that, I think it's to be determined by the reader and by the person getting the reading. I don't think in this case there's someone from the great beyond necessarily trying to egg you in a better direction on the situation. I honestly, it doesn't feel like it's maybe causing ultimate chaos in your household or anything. It just seems like a little bit of an irritant. But I will say, what does an irritant do? It can egg things forward. It can make people try harder and be better, and it can produce pearls. So, I think there's definitely a call here to get things a little more in balance. Yeah, it seems like perhaps this person in your life who has this fuddy-duddy energy, perhaps you're concerned about their health, because Maybe they're rarely getting up and, you know, doing things, being active. That could be part of the argument right there. Um, maybe they have a physically demanding job. Maybe they're tired and achy and just exhausted by the time they get home, and they just really want to relax. But, perhaps if you could gently egg them in your direction, and maybe they could gently egg you into theirs, there could be a comfortable happy medium that comes to be reached, and it could greatly improve the situation. Very interesting. So, do we have any advice? Oddly enough, this card was in here, just hanging out. So, the dream. What would the dream be for both of you? I think getting a handle on what the ideal for both people would be, and then working from there to recreate the daily life could be beneficial. Definitely calling for a big conversation here. Do we have anything else that might help Aquarius with this conversation to be had? Anything else that could help Aquarius have this conversation? Anything else that could help Aquarius have this conversation? Holy moly. The last one that fell? No. It's not unfolding at this time. There's a possibility that this is just referencing the fact that there is no more advice. I do have in a few weeks here working together as a unit, adventure. Yeah, we're okay. So we have all of this. All right. So this is within a few weeks, and it's basically showing, a balance of both things. So in a few weeks, you're going to be working toward this balance, is what I'm seeing. And that's the ideal situation there. Definitely have this conversation with your partner. You know, be kind of courteous about it. Don't try to pressure them into like a workout routine or, drastically changing their ways immediately. Small steps are going to be necessary for both of you to adjust to make things more comfortable for the other person. Um, I think it will really benefit both of you, is what I'm seeing here. It doesn't look like it's going to be difficult to um, rein in either. It's just conversations and understanding and being open to adjusting a little bit. Okay? All right, Aquarius, I leave you with that. And thanks for hanging out and enjoy your week.